Hi, and welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Samuel, and I'm the host of this information session for the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or AW in St. Lucia. This afternoon, we'll be talking about two very important topics. One is the application opening process. Guess what? It's today, yes. And secondly, we'll be talking about the campaign that we were running, which started on March 18th. And I have a special guest who'll be joining me, and I can't wait for you to meet her. She's actually one of the co-facilitators of this year's program, and also the facilitator behind the model method training, which is a component of the AW program for this year. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what AW is, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs is an initiative by the U.S. Department of State, Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs, and it was launched in 2019. And the goal is to train over 8,000 women by 2025, or even more, so that they can make a contribution to their environment and also to the economy. AW in St. Lucia has now launched. We launched a program which was called the Choose to Challenge Yourself and Pre-Register for AW in St. Lucia, and that was launched on March 18th. And since then, we've had a flood of applications pouring in. These are called our pre-registrants. Our pre-registrants actually have perks where they can get their applications processed prior to the applications from the public. Now, I will of course give you more details about this campaign shortly during the show. But for now, remember that you can join this afternoon's discussion and conversation on YouTube and on Facebook. That's on both Facebook, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs page, that is AW St. Lucia, as well as Slud Terra as well. Use the hashtags AW in St. Lucia and of course, energize, or should I say get energized, and pre-register for, or should I say apply for AW, because applications open today, when sharing the link to this afternoon session. So once you copy the link and you paste it, please ensure to add those hashtags so that we can follow what you're sharing. Now, let me begin by welcoming our guest for today. Now, I'm going to just give you a little bit of an introduction as to who she is after we come back. But I'll just tell you that she is a phenomenal woman. She's a social entrepreneur and an entrepreneur that has, well, she's not really a social entrepreneur, but I would call her a serial entrepreneur. I had to correct myself. And I've known her for a number of years. And her name is Ms. Vanetta Phillip. And she's a social media strategist. But you'll get to meet her in a while. Now, I would like to let you know that you can join in our chat space and help to, of course, submit your comments and questions in the chat box. Please identify where in St. Lucia you're joining us from. And also, if you're not in St. Lucia, what part of the region are you joining us from? When you post your questions, I will highlight them on the screen so that either myself or Vanetta can respond. Now, let me begin by saying that today is the 29th of March. It is right now 2:05, and I am so glad that you're joining me here this afternoon. I'm excited. I mean, I'm a loss for words. I'm mixed with emotions, but it's because the day is finally here. Oh my gosh, we've been talking about AW St. Lucia for weeks now, and now the day is arrived. So we're going to take a brief break. And when we come back, we're going to delve into segment 1, which is talking about the application process, the components of the program for 2021, and of course, how you can apply. So please stay with me. We're back after this brief break. Taking a chance. Taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Oh, I'm sorry, you caught me dancing. I'm so sorry. I'm in a really great mood, everybody. So, welcome back and thank you for staying with me. If you're just joining, my name is Michelle and I'm the host of this information session for the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs in St. Lucia. And today we're discussing the applications. Yes, applications are now, well, I shouldn't say now. Applications will open right after this session ends. So, as soon as this session ends, go straight to the link and apply, apply, apply. All right. So let me just give you a bit of information as to what the application process is like and also what to expect in applications. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. So just bear some patience with me so that you can see what this really looks like. Right. So just let me get this up on the screen and we'll get this started. Right. So let me see. Let's get you on the screen. Let's get you on the screen. Let's get you on the screen. Like everybody, I'm just excited right now. I'm just so hyped, so pumped, and so excited right now. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys this amazing thing right now. I just can't wait to show you. I just can't wait to show you. Okay. Give the chance. Has a catchy ring to it too, Do 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 on it, get a good chance. Done it, turn on, give it a chance. Okay, I have to kind of tone it down a bit. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too excited. All right, so let's get this up on the screen and then we can get started. It's just taking up time to load. So while I'm doing that, I'm sort of entertaining myself, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, and I just can't wait to see who the winners are for our campaign, our Choose the Challenge campaign that we had running from March 18th. I cannot wait to see who our winners are. My goodness. We're going to have 3 winners and I'm going to publicly announce them. I mean, we don't have their names as yet. We just have their email addresses. So I will be calling out their email addresses. And for those viewers who are watching, if you know who those persons are, you can let them know, hey, you won. And of course, we'll be reaching out to them via email to let them know that they've won as well. Yeah. So let's go into the entire thing. Here we go. All right. Okay. I am hoping that everybody can see. Just to make sure that everybody can see, I am going to also take a look at this from the outskirts, because I can't really see how this really looks from the outside, because I have to use my screen for like everything, for sharing and for doing this entire show. So I won't be able to see on the receiving end how this looks. So let me just make sure. Okay. All right. So it shows that my screen is sharing. Awesome. So let's get into this. So apply for the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or St. Lucia program. So the application process for the 2021 Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or St. Lucia, is open. The St. Lucia 2021 first installment will take place from April 29th to July 1st of 2021. Please note that this program will be conducted virtually. The U.S. Embassy of Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean, and the OECS has partnered with 2017 Wildlife alumna Michelle, which is myself, through the organization Studterra to implement the U.S. Department of State's Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program, or AWE. And this is what I stated when this news first broke, that I'm excited to launch the ECS program, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or in St. Lucia, which will seek to promote economic prosperity by creating opportunities for St. Lucian women with brilliant ideas to become successful entrepreneurs. So as the implementer of St. Lucia 2021, Studterra will partner with local businesses, units of government, educational institutions, individuals, labor and community-based organizations. The Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or St. Lucia, is a free blended meaning a combination of online and in-person course. It's an initiative with a goal to empower St. Lucian women to fulfill their economic potential. Prior to the start of the course, candidates must first fill in the pre-program surveys, which will be done during orientation. And for those of you who will probably be looking at the select candidates, the orientation day is April 29th. Okay, April 29th is orientation day, and this will be conducted virtually. During the intensive 2021 program, scheduled to run from May 2021 to July 2021, and of course, also in September to December, successful applicants will receive lessons on business management, network with like-minded entrepreneurs and mentors, and learn the practical skills required to create and run successful and sustainable businesses. The program components will include a 7-week professional enrichment and project-based training, complete Dream Builder course assignments, participate in workshops and classes with facilitators. Conducted virtually in most cases, all St. Lucia candidates gain valuable professional development skills. In addition to discussing course content, the facilitator, being myself, will arrange guest speakers and other that build upon the course material. For example, hosting a local business person for a Q&A session. These will be held in parallel to the Dream Builder sessions, as well as after the candidates have completed the course. The facilitator and co-facilitators will work with candidates to identify service opportunities that allow them to practice the new skills and ideas that they learn throughout the course. So what we're saying is that the enrichment learning encompasses bringing in guest speakers and doing assignments and doing group discussions and so on and so forth. Whereas the project-based learning is more where you get to put into practice what you learn throughout the course. So think of it as on-the-job training per se. So whatever your role or industry that you're involved in, we will partner you with or put you with a business or company or agency that is in line with what you're doing so that you can actually assist them in their production, that's the day-to-day operations, utilizing your skills and your business. So that way you get to actually do the work as you learn. And then you'll be able to apply to your own business after the course has been completed. Also in Lucia Professional Networks, that is, candidates will register with the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative, or YLI Network, the Global Entrepreneurship Network, or Gen HQ, and the DTR Professional Ladies Network. The Mentorship Program. Candidates will participate in a 2-day mentorship workshop using the action plan that they would have gotten from using Dream Builder. Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Candidates with businesses 6 months in operation to 3 years in operation will get to present to the local entrepreneurial community through this program and platform using the All St. Lucian Lean Model Canvas as a guide. The Business Susu program. Candidates will be putting into practice self-investment and the Women Who Support Women movement. Each participant will make equal weekly, fortnightly, or monthly contributions, and each participant will get a turn to draw the lump sum. The monies must be used towards startup costs or management costs of the business. This program is particularly for idea stage and startups who have not yet launched their businesses. Expo Showcase or Trade Show. Candidates will showcase their products and or services to the general public, local, regional, international, in an effort to sell or gain new clients or customers. Select candidates will be encouraged to tell the story behind their business. The pitch competition. Candidates will pitch to a panel of judges about their business to win cash and in-kind prizes. For each installment of 2021, the first place winner will receive US $1,000 and the second place winner will receive $500 as their prizes. Virtual orientation and All St. Lucia closing forum. So all St. Lucia candidates will participate in virtual orientation and the all St. Lucia closing session, as well as networking events with business and social entrepreneurial leaders, and also with U.S. Embassy Barbados and U.S. government representatives. End of year graduation. Candidates will be invited to attend their graduation ceremony in December of 2021. This graduation ceremony will be for the candidates who successfully complete all program requirements, which includes participation in the personal development workshop with Liz Value and the model method training with Vanetta Phillip, among others. Post-program sustained engagement. After successful completion of the All St. Lucia program, all alumni continue their collaboration with local and U.S. partners and have access to ongoing professional development opportunities, mentorships, networking, and alumni activities. Just to name a few, we have Wiley, we have Fortune, we have Tech Women, and so much more. Candidates must also fill out all necessary post-course surveys. We need to understand how the program, the course, and your participation has impacted you and your business. And also follow up with the course facilitator for up to 12 months. Financial provisions for the All St. Lucia 2021 program. There is no fee to apply for All St. Lucia. If selected for the All St. Lucia 2021 program, the U.S. government will cover program costs. However, due to certain local partnerships, some fees may apply. Now, take a look at what this entails. So financial provisions provided will include partial scholarship for the Liz Value, personal development, training, and mentoring, virtual orientation and closing session, the 7 to 8 week professional development training with a local implementer, awesome prizes for 3 winners from the Choose to Challenge and pre-register for All St. Lucia campaign, seed funding for 2 businesses, and of course, graduation. Sludterra has partnered with Liz Value to offer personal development training to its candidates. This partnership gives All St. Lucia candidates exclusive rights to a discount off the GROW program from Liz Value. Sludterra will subsidize part of the cost by paying a partial scholarship on behalf of each candidate. The Personal Development Workshop, or PDW, is mandatory as we believe that it will greatly increase the all-program completion rate and will give rise to more holistic, personally developed, and professionally developed women. Candidates will pay for the PDW in 5 installments. 27% of the cost prior to orientation, which is EC $95.20 per person, and the balance in 4 equal installments of $64.30 EC per person each week of the program. This will be each candidate's self-investment into their participation in All St. Lucia. Now, for those of you who missed the 3rd information session where we discussed these fees, what we're saying is that we are implementing a personal development training that is specific to women who are going through personal issues either at home or within themselves. Because in the pilot, what arose was a situation where several women, even though they were able to register and be able to take a portion of the course, some of them were not able to complete it. Why? Because of some issues that they were dealing with personally. So for that reason, I would like to introduce, or we will be introducing, the Liz Value personal development workshops to assist our ladies with their personal development, while the All St. Lucia program will assist with the professional development, thereby, as we stated, putting together a holistic woman. Now, the Grow Personal Development Workshop with Liz Value will cover the following topics. Week 1, Introduction to Self. A list of affirmations to go through. Choose, and this will be your name throughout the course. Week 2, How do you love? Week 3, Loving Self. Week 4, What do others see in me? Week 5, What do you need to be whole? Week 6, Happiness comes with a price. Week 7, What really matters? And then week 8, Self needs a break. Now for the all program components, the first all installment will begin with orientation on Thursday, 29th April, like I said before, and will run from May 3rd to July 1st. All classes will be held weekly on Mondays and Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. AST, and will initially be offered via an online platform. And of course, post-COVID, we will switch to in-person, well, the blended format. PDW will be held weekly on Fridays with one group of 22 candidates from 9 to 10 and another group of 23 candidates from 11 to 12. Who is eligible for All St. Lucia? Applicants with disabilities are eligible and encouraged to apply for the All St. Lucia program. The All St. Lucia program is open to women entrepreneurs or aspiring women entrepreneurs who meet the following criteria: female or woman, 22 years of age or older at the program start date, in business for a maximum of 3 years, persons with business ideas, computer literate, dedication and commitment to completing the course, and that means serious applicants only, positive attitude, must have a clear business objective, and are a resident and citizen of St. Lucia. So these are the basic entry-level criteria. The implementing partner, which is myself with Statera, reserve the right to verify all the information included in the application. In the event that there is a discrepancy of information is found to be false, unfortunately, the application will immediately be declared invalid and the applicant ineligible. Applicants not meeting the above technical eligibility requirements will not be forwarded to the All St. Lucia Selection Committee. If you do not meet the technical eligibility requirements for this program, we invite you to join the Wildlife Network and, of course, visit exchanges.state.gov for more information on other U.S. Department of State exchange opportunities. What is the criteria for this selection? The All St. Lucia program is an open merit-based competition. Well, it's not really a competition, but you can say for a fact that persons will be vying for selection. So in a sense, it is competition. There is no cost to apply. However, as I stated before, for certain partnerships like with list value, some fees may apply. After the application deadline, an independent selection committee of local and technical experts reviews all the eligible applications. Those applicants selected to be semi-finalists will be contacted to schedule an interview on April 15th and April 16th. All applicants will be notified of their status by April 19th and April 20th. The All St. Lucia Program Selection Committee will use the following criteria to evaluate applications and interviews. Now, there's a whole heap of information here that, of course, you will need to read through. And what I will do is that I will be sending this information or posting this information in the chat for you to read through. But this is basically the application page. Okay, so once you get the link to the application page, this is what you will see. So please take a moment to read through, and then you will, of course, get to the button where it says apply. Okay, so this is the button that you will see, the apply button. And of course, when you do that, you will be able to go ahead and apply for the program. So this is it for the program components. This is it for the course components, and also the other training and workshop which you will be getting access to. So for those of you who are interested in this program, for those of you who have already pre-registered, this is your moment to shine. You now have to officially apply, and then your applications, get that, will be processed first before applications from the general public. All right, so when we come back, I will, of course, be talking to one of our co-facilitators. She is also the facilitator behind the model method, and I cannot wait for you to speak to her. When I say speak to her, I mean use the chat, post your comments, post your questions, and of course, she will share information about her model method of training. So when we come back, I will be introducing you to Vanessa Phillip. Please stay with me. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. And welcome back. All right. So, if you're just joining in, this is the information session for All St. Lucia, which is a new program for women teaching entrepreneurship. And I'm your host, Michelle. And what we're going to be talking about right now is an individual who has a wonderful program that we've incorporated into our programming, which is called the Model Method. And her name is Vanetta Phillip. So, Vanetta Phillip has been involved in public relations and social media strategy for the past 7 years. Her first clients being musical artists from her home country, St. Lucia, of course. She then expanded her portfolio to include entrepreneurs and business owners, crafting social media strategies that work for their respective industries, as well as engaging in media related services to suit their needs. That's just a bit, that's the tip of the iceberg of what this young lady is all about. So without further ado, I'm going to bring onto the stage Miss Vanetta Phillip. Hi, Vanetta.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone watching. Good afternoon, Michelle. I am glad to be here.
And I am glad that you are here with me. You are the second guest that I've had since, this thing officially launched, getting women to get energized and apply for All in St. Lucia. So what I'm going to do is to ask you a couple of questions about model method so that people get a bit of an idea as to what model method really is. And then I'll sort of give you the floor to really go into what model method really covers, right?
Okay.
So, can you give us a bit of information as to how you came up with the whole model method training program? How did that come about?
Okay. So, interesting story that. I have been involved in Caribbean fashion and modeling for a very long time. I'll not say the exact set of years, because I don't want people to try to age me. But I have been involved with Caribbean fashion and modeling for quite some time, and it really was a foundation for me as an individual, as a young lady, and eventually as an entrepreneur. I was not always an entrepreneur, but in the year 2012, I took the plunge and I said, listen, I said to myself, Vanessa, you have the skills to create wealth for yourself. And so that's why I decided to go on that journey. So as you said earlier, in regards to my career in public relations and social media strategy, social media management, have been a part of it for the past 7 years. And when COVID-19 hit very hard last year, entrepreneurs, business owners, everybody felt it. We felt it at our core. Even though my business, Evolution Public Relations Management, is a online-based business where I could be anywhere in the world and deal with clients, I felt the blow. And of course, clients felt it, and they're like, okay, Vanessa, we have to pause on that, discontinue. And so I dug deep really into my foundations, which is, of course, fashion and modeling. And I came up with the acronym MODEL and decided to create a free training for entrepreneurs, which is called the Model Method for social media training. And this was a precursor to a membership that I created, also named the Social Media Runway. That is to show you how much I love this thing. Because I am a model trainer as well. I've worked with a number of young people over the years in regards to their modeling career. And so I'm like, you know what? I need to dig deep and just provide a free training for entrepreneurs while they are at home. Mothers, single mothers, married ladies, people who have just been forced to stay home, forced to work from home, maybe pulling their hair, trying to figure out how in heaven's name am I going to make money in the midst of this pandemic. And so that's where the model method was born, really, out of that need. And to really give a guideline to entrepreneurs and business owners as to making their content, their social media content, unique and effective, without, spending so much money. So that is where that acronym came about. And That training happened between, I would say, April, May last year, and it was a phenomenal training. I met such amazing St. Lucian women and women from overseas because the way I marketed it. I'm also very, very active on LinkedIn. So the way I marketed it, I had actually a young lady all the way from India, so many
Wow.
hours ahead of us. But it was like, I think 11:30 p.m. in her time when I was having the training at 2:30 p.m. Our time, AST. So she joined. I mean, that was phenomenal. That was amazing to me that someone would actually make that sacrifice to join into that training. So it was awesome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it tremendously. And I was very fortunate to have you contact me in regards to having it as part of the programs you had in 2020 as well. And that did amazingly well.
Yes, you are correct. It did extremely, extremely well.
Yeah.
And so well to the point where the women actually started utilizing the training that you give them and implementing it into their businesses, because some of them
Amazing.
are into marketing and they recognize the need for what you were teaching. So that was able to really boost their business. So, again, thank you so much for that, Vanetta, for being part of our program, our pilot project for 2020. Now, for those of you who heard me earlier, I'm going to remind you again, but for those of you, for the benefit of you who did not hear me, Vanetta is also one of the co-facilitators. Now, what will be happening is that when we have our programming, you're going to see a lot more of Vanetta. I mean, last year, persons only saw Vanetta when we dealt with the marketing module. But this time around, Vanetta is going to be around with us more often, like on a weekly basis. So, in terms of the model method, you mentioned the model method, you mentioned runway. I mean, I'm hearing so much. I'm hearing a particular industry coming out, in this
Yes,
a
yes,
lot.
indeed. Mhm.
I'm in a particular industry, and can I say it has to do with modeling?
Absolutely. I am very unashamed about that because I started modeling at the okay, I'm gonna say an age. I started modeling at the age of 17. I was fresh out of secondary school, my first year of college. I always loved it and I got introduced to it. And I was trained by the prestigious and the amazing Richard Young of Trinidad and Tobago. Very fortunate for that training and that training. So it's like aside from my 5 years of secondary school at the St. Joseph's Convent,
Hmm.
and I went into modeling, you could see how that really helped me because I was a very introverted young lady. I loved these things on stage, but I would not be caught dead on stage. But I loved it. So really modeling really played a huge part of my identity as an individual. Many people say now, like when they see me walking, it's like, okay, Vanetta, that model walk is there because it's just something that has just been in me. And when COVID-19 hit, I'm like, listen, I need to do something for entrepreneurs. I need to do something and give back. Yes, it's true. We need the money. We need the money. But at the end of the day, giving back is so important. And it's such an important part of me as a business person. And so I designed the social media runway, which is a membership. I have closed it for right now because we had our first batch of people, which is basically between a 3 to 6 month program where entrepreneurs can actually go in there, and there is a step-by-step process which shows you how to, what I say, rock your social media, really leverage your social media and make it work for you. And so reason why I named it the social media runway is because I looked at social media platforms as a runway in itself. Because when you go on there, be it whatever platform it is, you're actually seeing businesses on display. And
Right.
modeling is about, representing, designers and businesses in whatever industry, whatever aspect. And so I realized that, social media platforms are actually a runway. So you as a business person, you have to make sure that you look your best, you sound your best, you are effective, you represent yourself. And that's where social media runway came out of. And so from that, to introduce that, I put together the model method, which gives specific points of contact, specific points that entrepreneurs and business owners are supposed to look at and magnify and actually increase their engagement and keep their potential clients and the attention of their potential clients there.
Right.
Because for example, if you and I, we go on Facebook and so forth, if there is a particular piece of content that does not get our attention, like we have the phone, we will just scroll. But for you as a business owner, you have to learn how to get that thumb stopper. That's
Mm-hmm.
content that will be like, hey, okay, this looks interesting. That will cause you to tap on it. That is what the model method is designed to assist entrepreneurs and business owners to do.
Wow. So basically, the same way when a model comes down the runway and gets that pose for that camera and stop and catch the attention, this is what you're saying that for their social media, they're going to do for their business.
That's correct. That's correct. You
Wow.
have to think like a designer. You have to think because I mean the World Wide Web is like has millions, billions even of people on there every single day. Social media platforms, that is where all your potential clients are located. And
Right.
if you are to get their attention, you need to come great. Not good, but great.
But great.
Especially in this time. So yeah, so yes, the model method will definitely, help do that. And I'm excited to share that with the ladies of St. Lucia when it begins.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Awesome. And I'm going to take that as a really great segue to go into, and you sent me a presentation, Vanetta. So I'm going to share this and I'm going to allow you to tell or to let these potential or St. Lucia candidates know, these 45 potential ladies, what type of content they're going to get from the model method training. So let me just share my screen. So, and I'm just gonna give you I'm just gonna hand it over to you so that you can do your thing, right? So, one
Great.
second. Let's see what's happening here. I believe you are there. There we go. So, Vanessa, you can
Yes,
take over.
ma'am. Great. Okay, everyone. As Michelle talked about, this is the model method for social media, which was a training that I did last year for women entrepreneurs and business owners, even people that had a business ideas, to give them a real roadmap as to how to improve their content now at this time. That will not cost them any money, but it will also appeal to your creative side. So as you could see, model method, it's an acronym. So of course, each letter means something. So we're going to just briefly go through what each letter means. The first letter is M and it means memorable. Social media content must be memorable, meaning that you must have distinct photos, graphics, and videos that would deem them unforgettable. So we're going to go into the belly of that and we're going to be exploring, your pieces of content and how you can make these pieces of content memorable so that your potential clients can identify the content and say, yes, that is ABC Limited. Yes, that is this particular coach or this particular lawyer or this particular doctor, whatever it is that you're doing. Your social media content must be memorable. Moving on, O in the acronym means organized. Random posts that have no clear path can be misleading and cause disinterest. So we don't want you to be, posting today, posting 3 days later. The post that you posted 3 days later does not relate to the post you did before. No, there must be a level of continuity and organization. So you will learn how to organize your content to initiate storytelling and keeping your clients hooked. The next letter in the acronym is D, and D means differentiable. Yes, it's a long word, a mouthful, but your content must be differentiable. This is an opportunity for you to carve out your unique identity. What makes your business, your particular business, different from any other business? Even if you might be one of the many in your industry, you need to be differentiable, not only as a business, but your content must speak that. So we will be going in depth in regards to how we can make your particular content that you would share on whichever social media platform that you're on to make it differentiable. Moving on to the next letter in our acronym model, we have E, which is emotionally charged statements. Okay, so including emotional magnets in your content. Have your potential clients identify with your brand, your product, or your service by appealing to their senses, because your potential clients are not robots, they're people. And to make sure that your product or your service, or whatever it is that you're doing, meets your potential clients, you need to appeal to their emotions. And so we will be going in depth in that with E, emotionally charged statements. And last but not least, in the acronym of model is leverage, where I would go into teaching you how to, or where you would learn how to leverage your content that did exceptionally well to other industries. Any content that brought in much engagement can be used again in another forum. Leverage is my favorite part of the acronym, because that is where my heart is. My heart is teaching entrepreneurs and business owners how to take whatever they already have, be it a post that did, very well, if they advertise that post, that it can be used again, and it can be used in different, parts. I don't want to put out every single thing that I'm going to be doing in there, but that's it for the model method, the acronym. I am excited to share this with the All Saint Lucia Nation, and it will definitely bring the much needed knowledge for social media platforms, for the business person and their social media platforms. So yes, Michelle, I am excited.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Model method.
Model method.
So
Yes.
basically, with this, anybody can be a model in a sense in their business.
Exactly.
So you broke down, you turned model into an acronym for different parts of bringing their social media strengths out and attaching it to the business. But let me just ask you something though. Can this be applied to both for profit and not for profit organizations?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because even for the not-for-profit organizations, I am sure that one of the things that they would like is to have some donations come in, support, partnerships, which would yield better results for whatever not-for-profit organization it is. So definitely, you see, the model method was designed to really be like a magnet for the entrepreneur and business owner, to really help them to use what they have and attract what they want. So it could be nonprofit, could be for profit, it could be not for profit. It will work for you if you work it. It will work for you if you apply it. And it takes a little bit of, because I remember from the two or three groups last year that I went through this with, a lot of the ladies were saying to me, Vanetta, I am not creative. I am not graphically inclined. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Listen, I believe each and every one of us we are creative. In our own way, we're creative.
Right.
Absolutely anybody can make this work for them. If you are not able to hire a social media strategist or a social media manager, and you've just started and you're like, okay, I need to do this by myself, but I don't put a mental block and say, I can't do this, I cannot do this. You can, if you do it well, because there's so many different websites, different organizations that help people like you who may not be able to do this what you think is exceptionally well, There are ways and means of getting that done. And that information is available in the model method. Of course, I'm not going to let out that information. But yeah, so, anybody that feels incapacitated, feels like they don't know what they're doing, hey, the model method is there for you, to help you to know what you're doing.
And again, we are so very grateful to people like you, Vanessa, who get very creative and add one of your favorite professions into what you're doing right now. What a wonderful marriage. What a phenomenal marriage. I mean,
I
this
love
is
it.
this is a sense of creativity we're talking about that Vanessa is going to introduce you to into this training. So, Vanessa will be with me throughout the duration of the program. However, when we come to marketing, she will sort of take it over in a sense because, this is really her forte. But Vanessa, I'm going to sort of ask you to stick around with me for a little bit. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about the challenge, right? So we had a challenge on the 18th where we were asking ladies to pre-register, and they had various tasks to perform. And of course, the top people who had the people who had the three highest scores would win prizes. So I'm going to go into the system and see who those winners are. I haven't done anything as yet. All I have to do is click a button and we'll see who the winners are. And I'm going to publicly announce them. And then we're going to go into launching applications open. We're going to do this officially here live.
Okay.
So please stay with us. We shall be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
And welcome back. Like I said, I love this song. I love these little breaks, this little intro. I love it. I've gotten used to it. All right, so welcome back, everybody. So I'm joined with Vanessa Phillip. She's a social media strategist, and she's a co-facilitator for our St. Lucia 2021 program. So you'll be seeing a lot of Vanessa. And also in the module 5, marketing, we'll be talking about model method training, and Vanessa will take it over during this period of time to show you how to make it, let me see if I remember, memorable, emotional, no,
Memorable, organized,
organized, differentiable,
differentiable.
emotional, leverage.
That's correct.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. All
That's
right, I got
right.
it. I got it. Okay, so we're going to now talk about in this second segment. We're going to talk about the campaign. So, Vanessa, I'm not sure if you heard about it, but on March 18th, we launched a campaign called the Choose to Challenge Yourself and pre-register for all in St. Lucia, get energized, and pre-apply. And
Mhm.
since this campaign launched in 2018, it was endorsed by the ECA because we had a representative on the call and he endorsed it. And since then, we had over 50 people pre-register for this
Wow.
challenge, right? And there was one individual who asked me, Michelle, are you sure you can get all of these people? You're looking at 45 women. Do you really think you'll get all of these people without doing any, big marketing, campaign type of thing? I'm like, no, I'm going to reach all of these ladies organically. She's like, Michelle, how are you going to do it? I said, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. And this was the challenge. This challenge asked them to share on all their social media platforms, to also share the various posts that appear on the page for their friends, whether it be WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. And using the hashtags, I can then track them and they would earn points for every time they share. And
Mm.
when they come back, they triple the points. So in this campaign, I'm going to let you know right now. So the giveaway has ended. The campaign has ended. It ended yesterday. And we had 13 entrants. Okay. So what this means is that of those over 50 people who pre-registered, 13 of them participated in the campaign. That is to share, share, share organically, right? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to do this together where we get to see who those winners are. I am really so excited to see who those winners are. I can't wait to see who they are. Let's just get to that screen. I have not clicked the button as yet. I've not populated anything. We're going to do this together, right? So everybody can see. This is my screen. All right. So this is what the campaign looks like in the back end. So we had 12 participants. Okay. And in terms of the total points, those points came to 329 entries in terms of the number of sharing or the amount of sharing that was done. So let us find out who those winners are. So let's click record. Okay, so congratulations to nashalouis1@gmail.com, latoyajoseph21@gmail.com, and melita.ashford@yahoo.com. Congratulations.
Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations to the three of you. You got the highest scores overall. Congratulations. So, yeah, these are our winners. Again, this is not me choosing. Right? I use a particular platform and it does it automatically based on, you satisfying the criteria. So congratulations to the three of you for winning. You ladies, of course, people will be introduced to you during orientation. I'll be asking you to say hello and to introduce yourselves. So Nasha Louis, Latoya Joseph, and Melita Ashford. I'm hoping these are your first and last names.
Yes, hoping that.
Congratulations to you ladies. You are the winners, and you will each receive prizes valued at $100 each of you. You get some awesome prizes from all St. Lucia. So congratulations, ladies, to you. Now, just to also let you know what are the perks for these ladies these 12 ladies who participated in this campaign, it means that when they fill out their official application form, their applications will be processed first. They get priority processing. And the rest of the ladies who pre-registered, those 40-something plus ladies who pre-registered, will also get their applications processed thereafter, followed by applications from the general public. So these are some of the perks that these ladies are getting just for pre-registering. So ladies, I can't say gents, I'll say ladies. Vanetta and I have officially deemed our St. Lucia program open. So apply today for the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs or St. Lucia program. A total of 45 women will be selected to run from the May to the July installment. Only 45 women will be selected. Now, if you noticed, I said pre-registered were over 50, so we already surpassed. So now those persons who have pre-registered, you now have to fill in the official application form. And once we get those in, then the first 45, of course, to make it to the selection point will, of course, take the program. But it's not that easy. It's not as easy as it seems. We're only dealing with serious applicants. And this is why I'm saying there's a process. So you're going to fill out the application form. And then we have a screening team. So the screening team will look through your application to make sure that you fit the basic criteria. Are you 22 and over? Do you have a valid business idea? And all the other criteria that we mentioned. That's the very first one. So for all those applicants who have gone through all of the screening process, moves on to the next stage, right? And now we delve deep into your application, looking at what you gave us, the content, to see whether you really want this. Okay? Then the next step is those persons we have taken from this batch. We will then ask you to send us video recordings. Tell us a little bit about who you are, your business, and why you should be selected as one of these 45 candidates. And then we will review these videos and select the 45 women who will then be going on to the very first program. So I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited to have Vanessa on board with me. We have one more facilitator that you're going to meet, and I'm excited for you to meet her. You're going to meet her on Thursday, God willing, for our next information session. So again, get energized and apply for the All 2021 program. It is officially open. Okay. I'm going to be putting in the link so that you guys can register in the chat. So please utilize the link so that you can go and register. Vanessa, I'm going to give you some time to kind of share with people how they can reach you and contact you for social media strategist training and your services.
Okay, awesome. Well, they can find me. As I said, I am very active on LinkedIn. So if you go on LinkedIn, you type in my name, as you can see on the screen there, you will definitely find me. I am also, my business, Evolution Public Relations Management, is also on Facebook, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. LinkedIn, we do have a page on LinkedIn. And if you want to know anything about social media strategy, training, media relations, send me a message. I always answer my messages. You can send me an email at vanettaphillip@gmail.com as well. You can reach out to me in the group, in the Awesome Lucia for Women group. You know, I am very much accessible. I mean, as social media strategist, you have to be you have to be
Very
available.
accessible.
You have to be available. You have to be accessible. I am all for assisting entrepreneurs and business owners. I am right there with you. I know how challenging it has been, but it might be challenging, but it is not impossible. You know, even people in history are known to, you know, excel even in the most difficult situations. So do not allow the pandemic to really make you feel like nothing is possible, or you know you can't get out of it. We are getting out of it. We can get out of it, and we can do it. And social media is one of the ways we can do it. And I will be more than happy to assist you and help you see that reality, because many business people around the world are actually seeing this being done. So I am happy to meet anyone that is interested in that. And on LinkedIn, this is how my name is on LinkedIn, Vanessa Phillips, social media strategist. So you can type in social media strategist, you'll find me. You can type in Vanessa Phillip, you'll find me. Okay, so I'm excited to work with anyone who is ready to rock their social media. I'm here for it.
Excellent, excellent. So, Vanessa, again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to say goodbye to you for now, and we will see each other again on Orientation Day on April
Absolutely.
29th.
Yes.
Awesome. All
Yes.
right. So, thank you again, everybody, for staying with us. So, again, applications are now open. So, the form was closed, but now it's opened. Apply, apply, apply. So these 12 ladies, I keep saying 13, these 12 participants in the Choose to Challenge campaign, you are now open to applying. You can now fill out your form, and then we will get them and start processing. So your forms will be processed first, the 13 of you. The rest of you who were part of the pre-registrants, please fill out the form, and then your applications will be processed next. But remember, only 45 will be selected for this installment. Those of you who do not make it for this installment, the second installment will be held from September to November later this year. I really can't, wait to see who these ladies are that will be working with, these phenomenal ladies. Of course, as you see here, this program all is designed for energetic women with an entrepreneurial spirit. And these are the women that we're looking to vet through these applications, to train, to mentor, and to basically help and provide the tools and resources they need to make an impact on their country, on their community, and also their families. Because we as women, we have vision. We as women, we have the natural tendency to want to take care of, right? When you think of it like that, our businesses should be very profitable. Our businesses should be very impactful in a very good way. So if you want to know how to do that, if you want to learn how to make an impact, then this program is for you. So thank you so much again for joining me this afternoon. I apologize for the technical difficulties and break that we had during the program, but as we know, these things happen. So this is me, Michelle Samuel, signing out for All St. Lucia information session. We'll see each other again Thursday, God willing, for another session. Join me at 2 p.m. AST, and we will be talking a little bit more about the application itself, filling out the application, and also any questions and queries you may have about the program. Thank you again for joining me, and have a blessed good afternoon. Bye, everybody.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance.